Alright everyone, it is VRChat Star Valentine. Today, we're gonna be playing more VRChat and continuing on with our really strange Rindo here. We're also gonna be checking out some new worlds and also one old world that I did check out in the past, but had to take down the VOD due to a lot of issues with that particular stream. And in fact, that's where we're going to begin with right now. This is actually King Crimson. And King Crimson is a world that I did cover previously on the channel in an earlier stream. However, that particular VOD had to be taken down because, yeah, my PC just started having a lot of issues then. And also, that's back when I had that old modem that was just continuing just to have, you know, all sorts of disconnect issues and then, you know, all that shit happening. So, yeah. That stream was really not of high quality, and they ended up just going ahead and just taking down the fucking VOD there. So, yeah. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna be getting to. And also that world has a lot of there we go. There. Alright. We're good. Yeah, but that world has a lot of history associated with it as well. Mainly the fact that Murder Crumpet and several others of Golden Gator use it and visit it quite a lot. So much so to the point where actually if I come down here, you'll see that, yeah, they actually have an ad right here in the actual fucking world. Yeah, that's how much they visit this place. With that being said, let's get into this. Let's actually do this here. So yeah, this world is one of those that is visited very frequently by big streamers. Especially people from streaming teams and companies such as, you know, the aforementioned. But yeah, it is a really quite fantastic world. And also, it has full audio link, which is actually why I put on the Undertale Reactor theme. Was specifically for the audio link, you know, to show it off. And what the fuck? So yeah, the mirrors, that is one weak point about this world. The mirrors, not only are they buggy as shit, but they need some serious updating. A lot of them are very dated mirrors that I don't think have been upgraded in a long while, unfortunately. Which, you know, that is quite sad, but, you know, it's still, you know, the rest of the world is still pretty good, even then. We have a service desk here, which, by the way, does this screen actually do it? No, it does not. But you can access it. And even spawn the personal data thing that helps you, you know, like control world and world settings and all that stuff. Which is a massive upgrade from what they had previously, because previously the way that everything was controlled, yeah, so the previous way everything was controlled was through like dedicated switches and stuff. You had to go like search for all the like the audio link controls and all that stuff, and you could not access it through any, you know, normal you know, normal like, you know, controls, or one unified control is what it meant to say anyway. So yeah, that was a bit of a pain in the ass. But now they just they have seemed to basically consolidate it to one small tablet, which is actually what a lot of other worlds have been doing too. Is this general trend of unified control panels that I have seen from a lot of worlds. That both has its own merits and its faults. And this is like Sovereign Shield Club. It has a lot of very, very good stuff coming from it. Like, you know, it does allow quite a bit of versatility, and you could access literally anything from anywhere. But in other cases like XOXO, as we discussed yesterday, it kind of subtracts for the world, because it not only is it in one place, but also, you know, you cannot move it, you cannot do any of that. So yeah, if implemented well, is really good. If not, not so much. But this is generally very well implemented, so yeah. And here we have the main bar, which, by the way, the main bar is actually all, well, some of it is fake brands. Bars, like, Guinness here, that is very much a real brand. I'm not sure this is, or any of that is, but yeah, it's kind of a mix of real and fake brands, and let's see if it actually works. Oh, it does! Yeah, so it is like MC. You can actually press it and it will dispense it. That is really cool. Fuck yeah! All right. Yeah, and there are also some more stuff you can do, like cake making and all sorts of stuff. If you go full settings, but I don't know. My PC is not ready for that. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, cool little server rack. And actual, and those are actual movie titles, of course. Especially Star Wars, everyone recognizes that one. Well, everyone recognizes both of them, but, you know. Or at least most people do. And yeah, this is, you know, very much a full working movie theater, and really the aesthetic of it, and the fact that, you know, all this here really accentuates the classy kind of feel of this place. You know, it's very much the opposite of something like Midnight Bar or you know, under NetHub's stuff where it's, you know, more casual. No, this is more, this is very, very formal looking in comparison. Very classy, and oh man, I love this place. You know, like it's more like Starlight Spire. Yeah, Starlight Spire. That's what I was thinking of. Which I might revisit sometime soon. I haven't been there in a while because, you know, there wasn't really much to check out there, but I might revisit sometime. Oh, hello there. Ah, it looks like a... Ah, that is a God Runner. A custom one, but still recognizable. Or is it a God Valk? I'm not sure. It is something Godfall. Just from the design alone, but I'm not sure. Yeah, the hair looks more like a runner. It's probably a runner. Very cool coloring they have, though. And also, they don't have the big-ass panel lining on the face, which, like, these guys are more your classic runner right here. And that's why I have, like, Redline. Redline is, you know, it looks very much like the production production runner Avies. Except that it's red and not, you know, like the normal colors. So, yeah. And by the way, all these pictures right here are actually other worlds. Like, they are not, like, you know, computer generated. No, they're or, you know, any of that specifically for this world. No, they are pictures of other worlds that you can actually submit through Patreon or other such services. And that shit's really cool. Not gonna lie, that is really fucking awesome. And this also has a creme de la creme cafe, which, again, in full, this would actually work. You know, like, it would have a lot more features if I did turn up to full, but my PC cannot handle that. So, yeah, you are not gonna see it in full, unfortunately. Which is really, really sad, but, you know. At least for now. I am gonna get more RAM soon, and also the second hard drive. So, you know, my PC will be able to handle it soon, but for now, not so much. And also, I should really change the music, shouldn't I? But, nah, I can't midstream is the problem. So, yeah. And damn! Look at these fine people. Look pretty nice, though. I will give them that. I recognize a few of those abbeys. Like, for instance, this is a cupcake something or other. The one in the front is some I don't really know. Yeah. Oh, they actually have fish now. Or did they already? I don't remember. I don't remember. It's been a while since I last seen this place, and also I don't really remember any of the of that VOD all that much because it was really, really, really fucking a long time ago. But that's really, really cool. I mean, there. What the? Yeah, there are some issues. As you can see here by the fish flying outside randomly, but overall, really, really well done. Uh, and honestly, you know, like working fish is something that more worlds need. Um, not just this one. Now, the big question: does this piano actually work? No fucking way. This piano actually works. Oh God. But yeah, it does work. And spectacular well that. Hmm. And I always loved the table design of this place. Like, just from the table design alone, you could really sense that this place is not, you know, it's not your normal black cat or even great pug or just be club. No, that this place is, you know, actually like serious about being pretty fancy and is more like more akin to like Starlight Spire or, you know, stuff of that nature just from that alone. And yeah, it's really, really cool. Hmm. Seems like the pool table's having a bit of issues, but they'll work it out. And of course, the main event stage, which also has the logo behind it, but yeah. You could go up here, you could, you know, sing, you could tell jokes, you could whatever. You know, it's basically like the karaoke bar we saw down Grillby's, only a lot fancier and dialed up to 100. Which is generally the way that King Crimson does things. It's basically, you know, all the fancy stuff from Great Pug and all that those places just dialed up a lot. And yeah, that is really, really fantastic. They did get rid of the planes though. That is That is really sad, but the plane models weren't all that high quality, so I don't understand why they do that. Um, because the plane models just didn't look good. And yes, they also have a small casino here that actually does work, as far as I know. Now Undernet Hub did have similar slot machines, but those were very buggy, and not a lot of people liked them. So, in the latest update, they did eventually get rid of them, just because they were one of the parts of Undernet that everyone, including myself, really just disliked, and no matter how hard we tried to use them, just couldn't get them to work half the time. So, yeah. But yeah, those actually do work. Um, as does this place too. And that's really fucking cool. It also has some, classic pictures as well. Like this one that you see in a lot of, very high-end fancy restaurants. And this one that you also see in a lot of high-end fancy restaurants and, classy places and classic bars and all that stuff. What's that here? Yep, working bar. Or working pool, rather. Can turn on pool physics? I don't know you can. Well, let's see. Chairs, colliders. Front dome? Hang on. Let me see what they mean by that. Front dome. Oh! Oh, they use a custom... That's really cool. So they use custom screens. Also, like a custom video player material. That's really neat. Granted, a lot of worlds also do that, but yeah, that's really cool. I'm guessing a lot of these would be turned on when we know there's like a lot of stuff going down, and pole stage is pretty self-explanatory for what that's for. Yeah, they also do these kind of performances too. And no. Um, I am not gonna show that off. You'll say. Oh yeah, and if you are wondering where Sarah Dynamite is, well, Joey, or Sarah. Though let's be honest here, we use the names pretty much interchangeably on this stream. Sometimes I do call call him Sarah. Sometimes I do call him Joey. Yeah, but they are away currently. And they will not be back until Monday. So in other words, not only is Crimson gone for vacation, but most of my team is gone for vacation. And most of my friends are gone for vacation. Or at least, the friends who are in my little stream team, I guess you could call it, are gone for vacation. So in other words, yeah, it's just most of my my off-stream friends and me who are here right now. Except for Jay. Jay is still good, but the big problem is that he cannot get into this world because he is Quest, and this world is PC only. So yeah, that does kind of suck, but yeah, I'm still doing all right. And unfortunately, no, we cannot, turn on the water. But there is a natural bar out here that does have Deus Ex Machina, Machine God, written on it. And then there's also several drinks here, including spiced rum, Crown Royale, Rendrix, a couple of others. It's a mix of fictional and real brands, it seems. AKA, the same as inside. Damn, just look at this floor texture. This is shit that you well, okay, Internet Hub does have textures as good as that, but yeah, this shit you'll usually see in like Epilogue Chapter 2, some parts of Internet Hub, those kinds of places. Really, really good for texture and really good textures overall. Definitely a lot better than what you see in places like Great Pug or dare I even mention Black Cat. Another classic painting here. Not sure where this is from, but it does look nice. And also, it seems that they did fix a lot of the clipping issues in earlier versions of the world, which is very nice because you see, for as much as I enjoyed the older versions of the world, the big problem was there was a lot of clipping issues in certain areas that just really just distracted me and really did not look good at all. But now they fixed all that, so yeah. And the next big thing they're going to do is make it Quest compatible, but I think there's a good reason they're keeping it PC only, to be honest. And that might be due to all the technology and stuff they packed into it. that might make it unable to be ported for Quest. Damn, I love this. Sorry. I am getting a little too caught up in explore this world. I love it so much. I'm sorry. All right. Ooh, hell yeah. Little fireplace over here. And some tables that were definitely changed since the last rendition. The last rendition, these looked way different and not nearly as good as they do now. But, all the same. This was kind of what inspired my first attempt at Homeworld. Was gonna be doing something like this. But since then, because of various issues with my PC, I did have to give up on that world. And will probably not be doing it or attempting it anytime soon until then. So, or until I either get my PC repaired or until I get someone else to do it and actually develop the world for me. And I know I do talk a lot about having my friends do it for me, but that's the thing. Is that there are a lot of things I cannot do myself. Do my PC. So in other words, yeah, I have to generally have a lot of people help out and actually do a lot of the world work and Avi work and all that heavy lifting that I cannot do. That I just simply cannot do myself on my own. So yeah, because there are a lot of things. Like I make all the overlays on my own. I did touch up my logo on my own. It was made by a different guy that I really did not like mentioning because the guy who made my PFP, he's associated with a lot of work that I do not generally like being associated with. But um, I did touch up what he gave me because what he gave me, he started having a lot of laptop issues with his laptop's video card. What he gave me was very unfinished, so I did touch it up and finish it for him. But creating worlds, doing Avi work when I don't even know how to begin building or modeling an Avi, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't really do that on my own. So that's where my Avi and world design friends come in. So but eventually it will get done. Eventually it will get done. It will be a lot more expansive than just the little bar concept I started out with. It will be like a big hub world, kind of like Undernet or something of that nature. Perhaps a big mall or mall-like structure instead. Just because I don't know, I just like malls. I was always into that kind of stuff, but bad therapy. It's a musical group. All right. This is the actual, like, main bar section, it seems. I could tell because it's a lot fancier and has a lot of the controls that none of the other, like, bar tables have. So, in other words, this is obviously like the main part here. And yeah, it has more of the same stuff, so basically the same kind of shit that's going on with the rest of the places, so yeah. What the fuck? What? What the? You gotta love VRChat fictional brands, don't you not? Like, a lot of them are fucking hilarious. And no, this popcorn does not work. Unfortunately. It'd probably be very hard to get to work, to be honest, but that's neither here nor there. Oh, cool, avatar designers. But I already have those in the form of Femi, Zeraflora, Shadowblade, and a lot of our friends, especially Zeraflora because she's what worked on, the God Runners and then made a custom God Runner for me. So overall, what do you think of this place? One of my top favorite worlds of all time. Not only because of, its significance with, Crumpet in them, but also just because of its general vibe. Like, I know that, I generally have very hot blood, crazy, bass vibe about me. Especially when I'm in, combat games where I scream all fucking time. And, get very, very crazy and just and loud, continual battle cries, especially with the stuff. But I also do like fancy stuff like this a lot. Um, and that is kind of why I chose Arnet Hub. Is not only because I like Undertale, but also because more or less some parts of it do have this vibe, and that makes me happy. Now, do I also like edgy cyberpunk stuff? Of course I do. Of course I fucking do. But it's mostly stuff like this that just really, really gets me quite a bit more than even a lot of edgy cyberpunk stuff does. Or edgy like sci-fi sort of stuff looks. So yeah, this is very much a big number one favorite on my list. Now there are some issues with the worlds. The mirrors need updating a lot. Um, I really do not know how the King Crimson managed to survive all these years, and still use the same fucking mirrors it did all the way back then. And like, I don't even know what year this place was made. It's so old, but you know, even then, yeah, the mirrors need massive upgrades, and I do hope they do fix up the mirrors and, you know, give us like a proper, like, actual you know, full live mirror like you see in most worlds nowadays, and not just this. Like, even Undernet had upgrade to full live mirrors and transparent mirrors and stuff like that, so I don't understand what's keeping this place back. You know, like, really. But, and of course, you know, there are issues with the aquarium table. It does seem to be, it does seem to, that, you know, some of the fish are coming out of the table a bit. But other than that, it's really quite good, especially with the audio link, because let me see if I can fire it up again. Shit, I have to put my there we go. Because yeah, this is some of the best audio link I have ever seen in a world. I mean, just look at this. So yeah, there are some, you know, little cons and stuff. And also the fact that it is Quest compatible. That is another big issue, but I think that's more just a technical thing and not so much a choice. So yeah. But other than that, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So overall, what is my score for this place? 9.9 out of 10. There's a lot of really big significance. It's fancy. It's nice. I love it. What more can I say? So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just one of my top faves. I decided, you know what, we're gonna watch this a bit more, and then we're gonna head over to the other worlds that I would wanted to check out somewhat. I know it's very rare for me to do a bunch of VRChat streams in one time period, but I've been in a bit of a content drought after finishing Undertale. Like, you know, after finishing Undertale, I don't have a whole hell of a lot else to do um, because you know, what's his face isn't going anywhere. Honkai Star Rail isn't going anywhere with its main story. None of my Fortnite content ever does particularly well, and also it has some issues with Wi-Fi in general. Whenever you try to use any kind of Wi-Fi, like any Wi-Fi connection ever, and Apex, I still need to upgrade the graphics card to do that. And yeah, there's just a lot of shit I cannot do right now. Because, you know, I just do not have enough storage space on my drive. So, yeah. Yeah. All the VRC streams are mainly just a way of me working through my content drought. And the fact that I really do not have a whole hell of a lot of new shit going on because I need to upgrade my hard drive and stuff before I could actually do that. But nonetheless, you know, they are still great content, and I'm glad you you are enjoying them as much as I am. There are also some clipping issues, but then again, you know, very, very tiny, and only in certain parts of the map. So there are still some clipping issues, but it's not nearly as bad as it once was. Da, 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 da. Let's see, how much longer do I have on this? Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna go. And we're gonna be off to the next world on my list, which is actually Riverside Bungalow, and that is quest compatible. And not only is it quest compatible, actually no, I'll save that for last. And then go here instead, because the general way to do this is that I get all the PC worlds out of the way first, and then I do the quest compatible stuff afterwards. And that's just generally my way of doing shit. That way I won't have to leave any, you know, that way I could get all the, you know, PC only stuff out of the way, and then I won't have to leave any of my questy friends behind me on stream, so. Because I really care about my friends, and I don't like when I have to leave them behind. Like, you know, that sort of stuff. You know, like that sort of stuff, that's not my way of doing shit. And, oh Jesus Vixen, why you freak out whenever like any fucking music is playing in a world ever? Wait a minute, let me see. Was it this music? I don't know. Oh, yep, it was the fucking music. Yeah, it was the fucking music. And all because Vixen's little fucking Wi-Fi card just cannot handle it. Like some music players, some video players like this just make Vix's Wi-Fi card freak out for some reason. Because, you know, it's a USB Wi-Fi dongle, and USB Wi-Fi dongles are cheap trash. especially compared to PCI ones. PCI ones are a lot more stable and generally better. But really the best thing is just to have wired connection, which is what I eventually hope to get so they don't have to deal with finicky Wi-Fi drivers and network cards anymore that that shit the bed whenever you try to play uh, certain or whenever you try to use certain video players on maps. So, but yeah, this is let me see, what's the world name? Yeah, Oil Lookout. And Oil Lookout is, if I read the description here, it the description seems to suggest that it's some kind of replica of like a spa in Greece, or it's like or maybe a fictional spa that is based on actual Greek spas. I'm not really sure. Um, but yeah, it is a Greek spa, and and it looks really, really nice. If you see here, like, damn, just take a look at that. Um, so where do I even begin? Actually, you know what? Let's begin up here. They do have a functional bar. Well, they do have a bar. It's not functional though, which is it's kind of sad, but whatever. Though they do have a semi-functional cafe, as does my friend Crimson's Homeworld Night Hangout. Now I will not be showing off any of those features, though I did, want to at least make note of them. And here you can see that the fireplace is fully animated. Like the fire is a full-on particle effect, and there is some texturing and some polygon stuff, but it's mostly particle effects, and it looks really good. Um, there is also some fire in here as well, in each of these little heaters here, and yeah, it's just a really, really fancy, fantastic setup overall. Now, one thing that isn't so good is the textures. The textures are, or rather, they're good, but they don't stand out. Like King Crimson's and a lot of our internet hubs, brick textures and stuff really stand out, but this one is more standard and more kind of like what you see in Great Pug. But it's still pretty good overall. What else do we have? We also have... Yeah, we have a fully working pool, which you can access from both sides. You can access from here. You can also access from over there. Um, and in fact, I actually prefer swimming across the pool because earlier I did not know that the other set of stairs existed. Yeah, I am a professional dumbass. Uh, yeah, fuck you, fight me. But, and also not fuck you, fight me, but, yeah, I'm a professional dumbass, you know, that's kind of what I am. But yeah, there are actually another set of stairs, and you can access the video player and all that from there. Whereas this, on the other hand, you actually need to swim up here to get into. Because there are no like doors to enter here. There are no other exits. You have to swim all the way up. Which I gotta admit, that is pretty cool. For most part, but you know. And also, there, unlike, you know, King Crimson, there is actual pool physics. Which, you know, King Crimson generally seems to be very slow to adopt newer technologies compared to a lot of other places. And that's just a general thing with older places in general, like Undernet Hub, King Crimson, those sorts of places are very and Great Pug as well. Great Pug also has this issue. Um, they are just generally very, very slow to adopt newer technologies that are introduced. Whereas, you know, Black Cat and you know, a lot of newer places are very quick to adopt newer technology. So yeah, that is one thing that, you know, I did want to bring up. This one doesn't seem to be on, so yeah, one of the heaters is not currently working, it seems. Wait. Oh yeah, then there's this part. Now this part of the map, um, there is actually some stuff in here. Like there's a little bed, a not working mirror. Does it shower? Oh, it does! Hell yeah! Oh, that's actually really cool how they got all the showers to work like that. That's really. And yeah, there's also a ladder up here. And one thing I do want to say is that, you know, while the while the world lighting isn't as fantastic as, you know, somewhere like King Crimson as we saw earlier, or Starlight Spire, or those sorts of places, is actually is actually really, really good. Um, in its own way, in its own kind of, there's a lot of polygons and a lot of shit going on, but we're still gonna have, pretty decent lighting way. And also, some of the textures are not so good. Um, like that dome there. Yeah, there is like no texture whatsoever there, and or if there is, it's all just one big blue thing. So yeah, not all the textures look that great, but and the lighting at times looks a little meh, but still really, really nice. Now, another thing I will note is that there is no seats. Um, like when I tried to click, yeah, exactly. There are no seats for anything. Yet there are sun shafts, pool caustics, and everything else, but no chair gliders. What the fuck? Ah! And also, yeah, there's a whole issue of clipping through the world, and no clear bounding box. That is another issue with this world that is very, very like noticeable. But other than those few complaints, I don't really have like it's not that bad. And also this little theater here, I got it. It's not nearly as fancy as the stuff you see in King Crimson, where not only does the theater have this massive screen, but also has direct access to a lot of the computer equipment in it and all that stuff. Uh, like this is not nearly as fancy. However, it is a lot more down to earth, I guess you could say, and it's pretty nice in its own way. Like King Crimson, it's fancy in a more, you know, um, industrialized, classy, and showing off its great technology and all that sort of way. This is more fancy in a, it's nice looking, it's clean, and sure it does not have any of the big bulky tech that the other place does, but it's just a nice place, sort of way. If I'm describing it there. And funny story about how I found this world. I actually found it because of Nem. Nem, who is a good friend of mine and also a Rindo. Uh, was actually the one who allowed me to find out about this world in the first place. He invited me to this world, And yeah, that's pretty much how that went. And since then, it instantly became, it's not one of my favorites, but I do like it at least. And yeah, apparently they go here quite a bit. Not a lot, but a bit, occasionally. So yeah. Overall, I really do like this world. Like, sure, the textures aren't that great, and um, it really shouldn't necessarily be PC only when you don't have a whole hell of a lot of advanced textures or any of that shit. Like, generally, yeah, that seems a bit more gatekeepy here. With Crimson, there were valid reasons why it was PC only. Like, I highly doubt that um that a lot of quests would even be able to handle all that shit we saw back. Damn it! But yeah, I highly doubt they would be able to handle all that. But as for this place, um, after this place, questies would be more than able to handle this. So I don't know why they're acting so gatekeepy about this. Because this is no better than the average quest compatible world. In fact, the textures look mostly the same. So yeah, maybe it's done with water. I don't know, but other than that, it's a pretty good little place. Not a bad little place to hang out. I mean, the showers work. There's mirrors, there's a video player, but yeah, I wouldn't advise you use it if you were on Wi-Fi or anything like that because, um, yeah, it would lag you out, like it nearly did me when I loaded in here. But yeah, other than that, it's a really good world, and I definitely recommend you check it out. Um, if you do not mind the jank and the lack of colliders and the lack of various other basic things you see in a lot of our worlds, like working mirrors, except for one. But yeah, yeah, it's still a really good world. And plus, the mirror is, at least it's an HD mirror. At least it's not, the old style mirrors that, King Crimson and a lot of other older places that are slower to adopt, later newer technology, uh, seem to have a hard time letting go of. So yeah, that is a plus at least. But overall, this world, I don't know, it would be a 7.9. There are a lot of very basic missing features, especially collider wise. and I really do not get why they made it PC only when this is the type of shit that could run on Quest easily. But yeah, it's still, pretty decent. Not not bad if you just want to, casually hang out. And I am liking this Rindo, by the way. I am a little bit worried about Godfall DMCAing it because they've been going on a bit of a DMCA spree, as you know. Um, the entire fucking Quest compatibility project and Shizuka and all of them were halted because Godfall went after the entire team for that. Um, and the fact that it has a fully working God Valk outfit does make me a little scared that they're gonna come for it next too, for this Rendo next too. But overall, really, really good. Um, really, really fancy. And just really weird Rendo. Really off the beaten path sort of deal with this Rendo. Something refreshing compared to just the normal, just mass sold production Rendos that I usually use. Not to say that publicly available Rendos aren't bad, are bad, but it is a nice refresher, and also good news about the Rendo in the first place. So it seems that I might have already talked about. I think I did, but so Zerafora has recovered from their illness, and I did get to talk to them last night. And she seems really, really she seems to be really, really liking the idea of making my custom Rendo. So in other words, Rendo Nocturne might be happening a lot sooner than I first thought. And it might indeed be Zero who is gonna be doing it, just like she did my God Runner route line. So yeah, in other words, it'll just be made by my usual Avid creator and not outsourced to someone else, which is a huge relief to me, as it means that I don't have to go through the process of finding someone who's willing to do it. But now I just need to find a fucking world creator friend, and well, I do have one, but they have to set everything up first, and also their PC is also a Ryzen 5 GTX 1060 piece of crap. So yeah, only it's a little bit worse for them because Lizzie's has a Ryzen 5 1600X and not a 2600, so it's actually a little bit worse for them. Their dog shit PC issues, but because it's a year older than mine, but you know. And also Lizzie is also out of town, so yeah. Now to pretty much our final world of the day. It is actually Zero's homeworld, Riverside Bungalow. But I decided to show it off because it is a really, really nice homeworld, and there are a lot of real cool things about it, such as for one thing, sure it seems like, clicking this would turn on this mirror, right? No, it actually turns on this big, huge, nice mirror right here. Which, yeah, that is really just a nice. Oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, the the water's also fully yeah, it's sounds though. I don't think you're supposed to go in it. But at least it's easy to get back in if you go out of bounds. So, I have no idea what that does, if anything. And also, yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, it's not too bad. For those of you who were ever wondering about that, nah, that's not too bad. They are fully, covered, so yeah, not bad at all. Here we go. Yes, you can actually swing on there. And holy! Ah, so it auto swings on its own. Ah, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, that's actually really, really interesting. And I'm pretty sure this is meant to represent some kind of iMac, but a copyright safe version of the iMac, obviously. Spin the ball. The spin the ball does not seem to be working though. Hmm. So that's a little unfortunate, but yeah. Feed Raw. They named a cat after the protagonist from Super Robot Wars R? Or a dog? Or something after that? You know what? I understand. His seems fucking awesome. But even if Super Robot Wars R was a very mid-game, his theme is really good. Super Robot Wars W, on the other hand, is often regarded as one of the best in the series, and for good reason. The story is amazing. Yeah, they just hit everything right with that game. And yet, R got also gloriously wrong. So, about when the computer upgrades are gonna start. So sometime tonight is when I will order the drives and all that shit. Now, coming up, um, after I do all the upgrades and stuff, I will start initial testing with, all the RAM and shit just to make sure everything works right. During that time, streams will be a lot shorter. Even new content streams will be a lot shorter just because, I will still not be sure how everything's working and all that. But once I am, confident that everything is mostly set up correctly, then we'll start going back and back to, longer stuff and longer stuff and longer stuff, and then keep going until we, reach our usual stream time, our usual summer stream time anyway of 3 hours, and winter stream time of 4 hours. Now, the reason why I do 3 hours for summer and, 4 hours for winter is because I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. And that means that in order to, get to, like, servers and all that shit, my internet has to go through several poorly cooled DNS junctions. Poorly cooled because, the region of the U.S. I live in, was not really set up for, it wasn't really set up for hot weather. Things do not usually get too hot here where I live. So, in other words, yeah, things are more, set up to be insulated and to protect against cold weather. Unfortunately, that means that, they overheat easily, in the summer. And, yeah, it's just a fucking nightmare. That's also why my house has no air conditioning either, because it was built, in a period not only before air conditioning, but also in a region where air conditioning wasn't really necessary most of the time. So, yeah. So because of that, I have to shorten my stream time very greatly whenever it is in the summer, or I will risk, crashing and stuff like that. Whereas in the winter, we could do the full 3 hours, of course. So, the full 4 hours, of course. So, yeah. So, I'll slowly work back up after that. And then when, it's verified that everything's stable, then we'll go full speed of fucking head. Because I got a lot of plans. And you're gonna come along for the ride. First starting off with, Final Fantasy... No, not Final Fantasy, Fallout 4. That's right, Fallout 4. And Star Citizen, and then, going on from there. Um, I'm a little bit apprehensive about Star Citizen, though. I am gonna have to hear from some of my friends that play it, if any of them play it. And then, see, and, make up my mind on that. But Fallout 4, absolutely, because Fallout 4 is, that is generally a good game for most part. So, yeah. And by then, I should also have my new Rindo, at least somewhat finished. So, here's how I'm gonna, finish up the. Here's how I'm gonna go about the development of my new Rindo as well. So, because not everything on it could be made quest compatible, not everything on the full version could be made quest compatible, because it will have like Lustratio wing system and all this other shit that you cannot port to quest. Um. Yeah. So how it will begin is that there will be two versions of it. There will be Rendo Nocturne Full, um, or Rendo Nocturne Real Do, which is my mainstream version, and that's the one with all the cool shit, like Scythe, the Lustratio system, the and all that various stuff. And then there will be Rendo Nocturne, and then there will be Rendo Nocturne. And then there will be a Rendo Nocturne Light, and Rendo Nocturne Light will be the quest compatible cut down one, and its only equipment it will have will be like the Scythe, the and like a couple of other things that could be questified and all that stuff. So yeah, in other words, yeah, there will be two versions, Real Do and the Light. Um, So yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty much the development path my new Sienna will follow. Um and yeah, it'll be pretty awesome. You'll say. But most of the time you'll see Real Do appear on streams and stuff. That'll be like my main stream one, and then occasionally I will come on occasionally I'll come on Light if there's like a quest friend with me, but yeah. And yeah, Light will also have its own wings, but they will be but they won't be, the big bulky Lustratio wings that are common among Rendos. They will just be the more normal, like more normal style wings instead, that can be easily made quest compatible. So yeah, that's pretty much my plan. But anyway, back to the map. This map I really really like. Um, Cats. Oh look, there's little cats. Okay, this map has gotten even better for me. Hell yeah. There are actual cats. Now that's fucking awesome. But yeah, yeah, overall, this map is pretty good. I mean, it's small, don't get me wrong, but it's perfect for people are testing abbeys like Zera, working on new abbeys like Zeraflora, and just and people who are generally very busy and or need a small place where they could test new ideas without fear of anything too bad going wrong. Like, yeah, I pretty much wore that out, didn't I? And it's also good for like small get-togethers and that kind of thing as well. And also a good quest compatible world to have your questy friends over to if you don't know whether or not they are gonna be able to take in very large worlds all that much. So yeah, that's also a good use for it, but and a really good theme for it. But other than that, it's generally a very very limited space, and wouldn't be very suitable for larger gatherings, I guess. But for what it's meant to do, it's very good. Um, overall, 9.4 out of 10. Really, really fantastic. And actually, no, 9.4, nah, 9.9 out of 10. Really, really fantastic for what it's meant to do, but, just don't bring too many people over. And, it's very compatible with a lot of platforms, and very well optimized. I will say that myself. So, yeah. Whereas King Crimson, I'd only recommend you go to if you have a really nice computer. I mean, it's a 9.9 world, but even then, to enjoy all that excellence, you really need a nice PC to actually go to it. And if you are on a low PC, then well, good luck. That's all I'm gonna say. uh, but nah, I'm enjoying this world a lot, and this Rindo. So yeah, um, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the stream, actually. I mean, we actually got quite a lot accomplished, and we actually went to quite a lot of we explored quite a lot of 3 different worlds, and it actually covered quite a bit more than we do in normal VRChat streams, which are normally only about like 1 hour to 1 hour and 20 minutes long. But this one actually we went to 1 hour and 35 minutes, so we did do quite a little bit more than usual, I guess. I guess you could say. Now, tomorrow is Super Stream Saturday, and I do not know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing. Which is a very common theme for me right now, as I still struggle to get, a new hard drive in my PC, and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. I might postpone Super Stream Saturday. No, nah. We will have a stream on Saturday, but it won't be exactly Super Stream. As I don't really have any Super Stream worthy games that I can play right now, or that are actually going anywhere right now. Particularly like Honkai or any of those. So yeah. And plus, as I said, Fortnite streams do not do well. Project Playtime streams never do well. those sort of competitive game streams that just do not do well on YouTube for some reason. And that is a thing that I have generally noticed quite a bit of. Like, I do enjoy competitive shooters and stuff a hell of a lot, but they just do not do well on YouTube for some reason. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, definitely not one of them, but I'll figure something out. I'll try, maybe we could do more VRChat, maybe we could do more whatever else, who knows. But yeah, I'll figure something out tomorrow. So anyway, yeah. Thank you all for watching this wonderful stream here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, week, whatever. And I'll see you all tomorrow for whatever I do on Super Stream Saturday. Because I don't really know what I'm gonna be doing. At all. So yeah. Good night, everyone. Stay classy, everyone. And good night. And I'll see you all tomorrow for whatever I plan to do on Super Stream Saturday, because really I do not know what I'm gonna be playing for tomorrow. So yeah. See you there, everyone.